Yeah, welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Reviews and reactions. Let's go. It's the Brown Boy Wonder. Hold it down, representing for the culture. Every episode brings you closer into the mind and the heart of a hustler, where the truth and the groove collide. Stay tuned in, come enjoy the ride. Keep it authentic like that, never hold back. It's the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. The Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Subscribe, share, and stay tuned in. The vibe's always on.
This is the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. We are still talking about Batman Beyond. This is the season 2 finale, guys. We're going to talk about episodes 21 to 26. Oh my goodness. More Batman. Let me bring out my guest here. My first guest, he has a dog. It's Skyler. Skyler, how are you doing today?
I do have a dog. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man.
Dog, just like the episode that we're talking. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. My second guest, of course, he hates plagues. Is Daniel? Daniel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. As far as I'm aware, there's no plagues in the place where I am currently, which is the best I could ask for.
You sound like you have the plague.
Yeah, a little bit.
I swear on God, this is just my voice. He said the same thing when I got on the call earlier.
He said, you sound like you have the plague? He didn't even set it up.
No, he said that I sound like Pepto-Bismol or some shit.
Oh,
No, he said he sounded like the stiff.
Smoothing.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you do. My second guess, my third guess, actually, he is probably the Sentries of the last cosmos as Anthony. Anthony, how you doing today?
Wow, of all the people to do that on, I'm doing great. I've got Patton Oswald in my corner. I'm doing just fine. Happy to be here.
Fantastic. And my last guest, of course, you know her as April Moon. It's Ray. Ray, how you doing today?
I'm fine.
Oh, okay. That's good. Well, guys, this is the season 2 finale. We have been doing these episodes not all together, at least for this season. We've been spreading out, but now we're all at the end of the season 2. What do you guys think about this? Oh, what do you guys think about this whole show at this moment? I'll go with you, Skyler.
It's very good. It's got good quality. I still think I like the animated series better than this, but it's a good follow-up, good predecessor. Very Ben 10 at times, but we've already discussed why that is. And I like Terry, so we're having fun.
Do you guys agree with Skyler here?
Yeah, for the most part. Season 2 has been a little interesting because we've seen some changes in animation styles. We'll see in this batch of episodes, they still haven't landed on whether or not things are digital or not, which was throwing me for a loop. So this has been like that, very much finding its footing. There's been some good, there's been some bad, so it's a very normal television show, I would say. But yeah, like Skyler, I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy it too. I feel like when I've been looking at each episode for this season, it's like, this kind of, I mean, at least through the thumbnail, it's like, it looks kind of lame. But when you watch the episode, it's like, oh, it's not that bad. It's not, because like when I saw the thumbnail for Splicers, I was like, oh, who is this cheetah chick? I was like, let me just go into it. Okay, it's a good episode. So the book, you should not judge the book by its
Man,
Context.
Synopsis.
Cover.
Adaptation.
Adaptation. Yeah, I think everyone's right. Let's get going, guys. Let's get into episode 21. Is called Plague. You guys have got the bubonic plague anytime? No, right?
you could have asked about COVID. That would have worked.
Yeah, that's more recent, actually. Yeah, true. Yeah. Anybody got COVID? Past
Like right
few
now?
years?
Oh,
Yeah, right now.
just
Yeah, you guys have COVID.
Who here has ever contracted COVID?
Oh,
Not that I was aware of, at least.
Same.
No, I'm still, knock on wood, I'm still untouched by the COVID.
Dang,
Yeah,
you're like.
We'll see. Fingers
Let's
crossed. I
go.
still don't get it now.
Oh, well, let's get into it then. Terry, Dana, and Chelsea wait for Nelson's return from St. Denise, or the place at the airport. Nelson goes to customs, and the agent finds a vital of an unidentified green fluid. Nelson claims he does not know anything about it, and suggests that he snuck it in the bag while he was in the bathroom. The customs agent appears to believe him and lets him go while taking the vial. After Nelson leaves, the agent turns the vial over to a Cobra agent and reveals that he's capable of changing his face as if it was made of clay. So, guys, I'll just tell you the villain name right now. This is our first introduction of False Face. What do you guys think about this man? Anybody?
Anybody, please. I mean, yeah, I very much had the same thoughts you had. That it's like, well, he's kind of got a face you can mold like clay. If only he had a different name. The false face name is a name that's applied to like both people and groups, I believe, in the DC universe. So this is just a guy with that as a concept. It's not necessarily tied to anything major or significant in terms of the comic books, but I mean, it's like a very limited chameleon from Spider-Man, I guess. We had Craven. We'll see Craven again. But
Yep.
now we have Chameleon.
I was more
Yeah.
distracted by the terrorist organization called Cobra having hired a man who can change his face. I was like, wait a minute, this all sounds very familiar.
Snakes,
mean,
man.
it's-
There's so many snakes in these goddamn fictional universes.
Why'd it have to be snakes?
like snakes. But if you guys have to shapeshift your face into someone, who would it be? I'll go with you, Daniel.
Oh my god. Okay, somebody super hot for sure. Gotta be. Well, I'm just gonna turn me into Timothy Chalamet, and then I'll break up with that Kardashian girl so that he can move on to better pastures, because we all know he's better than that.
He can do better than a. Yeah, I agree.
Your breakup with Kylie Jenner?
Yeah, if I'm Timothy Chalamet, are you kidding me?
Is Timothy?
Two things we know about Timothy Chalamet is he's very hot and he doesn't like ballet.
The opera, I thought.
Oh,
I think it's both.
No, it was mostly ballet. That was the ones who took the offense. Was the ballet? So
I was thinking more like George Clooney. I'll change my face to George Clooney and get that gray look. What about you, Ray?
Every time you ran into someone who said they didn't like Batman and Robin, you'd have to give them $1. Is that what you want?
Yeah, why not? I'll get paid.
No, you're paying them.
Oh, yes. I'll pay them. Oh, yeah. What about you, Ray? Who do you want to shapeshift?
Let my boyfriend answer that question for me. Who do you want me to look like, babe?
Ray, well, who do what? No, that's not what the question was. Ray wants to change
trap.
her face to those little. She wants to be the Lumas from the Mario Galaxy movie.
That's true. I do want to be a Luma.
That's fun. Skyler, I know who you changing into.
Who?
William Shatner.
Like young William Shatner?
Yeah.
He's so proud. Abrar looks so proud after making that proclamation. Like, hey, this guy has been saying this for years.
Yeah.
young, like 1967 era William Shatner was a good-looking dude. Still had his hair, I think. So, sure,
Yeah.
I would do that. Why not?
Can I call you Billy Shat if you do?
Ray, if I looked like William Shatner, I don't think we'd be friends.
Oh.
What does that even mean? I don't even understand what that means. You're saying if you look like Mr. Shatner, you would have to be friends with people like us?
I'd be rich and famous. I'd be remaking Star Trek movies. Yeah, I wouldn't talk to any of you guys.
I think the first thing that would happen is that William Shatner would disown you. He would try to like figure out who you are and have you killed by his online mob. He'd make a tweet about it first and foremost. I think we would never see you again due to the fact that there's a very famous and opinionated man after you because you have his face.
People would side with the old crusty William Shatner instead of the new handsome William Shatner.
So you guys are both on the roof and they got the gun pointed at you and they're like, I don't know which one to shoot. And you're sitting there going like, there's something on the wing. And they're like, he's the right one. They shoot the old guy.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
all right. I think it's settled. We would be friends, and I would invite you guys to see the new Star Trek movie that I'm in. That would happen. You'd be invited.
All right.
I'll be your Leonard Nimoy.
Abrar wouldn't be invited.
Well, Nelson catch up with the group and heads out, but Stalker interrupts him before he can reach to his car. Stalker snatches Nelson and carries him to the top of the building. Threatening to kill Nelson, Stalker demands to know where the glass container ended up. After getting what he wants, Stalker releases Nelson and searches the airport. Guys, what the hell? The last time we saw Stalker, he got ran over by a train.
Terry did nothing about it.
Yeah, you looked at him. And then he died.
Terry does that a lot. Just kind of watches shit happen. He watched Nelson get thrown off a building, and luckily he survived.
Terry's a firm believer in like the trolley paradox.
Oh, the trolley problem. Yeah.
Yeah, where he's like, if I don't touch it, it's not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the trolley problem where the lady comes up and she says, "Do you want anything from the trolley?" And you're like, "I don't know what any of these candies are. You don't got a Snickers on there?"
Oh, a licorice wand.
Daniel will be playing the trolley lady in the new HBO series, so make sure to check him out there.
I'll check him
I got all your chocolate frogs and your licorice minotaur dicks and your fucking
and your
whatever
beans that
else
taste
we
like
got.
shit.
Yeah, well, it's all gonna be really bad and mildly transphobic.
Ooh.
Oh,
mildly though.
Daniel, you told me that you've been calling him this man Bloodsport, but his name is Stalker.
I didn't tell you that. I did, but the only other place I've talked about Bloodsport was on this podcast where we talked about, and I'm going to keep calling him that now because it's been cemented. I was calling him Bloodsport the entire episode, and you chose to not correct me. So
Because
now he's Bloodsport.
Yeah, because that name is great. Who wants to be called Bloodsport?
It's already taken.
The only reason that Daniel questioned it was we were watching this episode together, and Daniel called him Bloodsport, and I was like, "Wait, isn't that Idris Elba? How? What? That's not his name. Is that his name?" And then Daniel looked it up, but not at that time. He looked it up like a full 18 hours later, and then yelled at you in the group chat we're in.
Oh, now we're in present time. I get it now. I got it. Don't worry, because Batman soon arrives and attacks Stalker, who claims who doesn't want to fight. Batman doesn't believe him, but Agent Burnett arrives and says that Stalker is telling the truth. He explains Stalker is working for the NSA to track down Falseface, a face-changing mercenary working for Cobra. He explains that Cobra intends to release the lethal super virus onto the city unless paid a ransom of 10 billion credits. The virus had been tested on a small island community, and it kind of destroyed life there. So with no other way to track Falseface, they turned to Stalker for help. This is like It's like those, those villains where you recruit and they become a good guy. It's kind of like Suicide Squad a little bit. What do you guys like? Do you like this plot point here?
That the artist formerly known as Bloodsport has turned into a Fed.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, very Suicide Squad, which is DC Universe. So
Mhm.
considering that the cartoons at this point hadn't done anything like that yet, I think this is sort of an interesting way to sort of show that that's a possibility. And I
Yeah.
mean, like this guy, he's bad. He was a big game hunter, and now he wants to kill people. But like, he's not like a power hungry corporate supervillain. He's just a guy that wants to hunt. So, like, I think that's easily manipulated, and so far that's shown that that is the case. So, he may be voiced
Yeah.
by the Martian Manhunter, but I don't think he's as smart as him.
Mhm.
Well, and I think you could make a similar argument for the other character villain, whose name I don't remember, but the blue skin like scimitar lady, because she's just an assassin. Like she's just doing her job.
Oh,
Frankly, like she's just clocking in
Yeah.
9 to 5 and killing dudes.
yeah. Yeah,
She's
you're
not
talking about
necessarily evil.
no. They just have a job to do, like James Bond.
Yeah, look, it's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Mike Rowe.
Yeah. I think you're talking about Curaré, so shout out to her. Also, shout out to
Yeah.
William Shatner. I think he became 95 this year, so shout out to him.
God
Oh,
We don't
bless
need to
William
shout him out.
Shatner.
He went to space. He's got everything he needs.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, Stalker and Batman go after him. They found a facility where some of the corporate agents are distributing the virus around. While Stalker was kind of impatient and not waited for the Batman, Terry, for his signal, they beat up some of the corporate agents. They found out where Cobra and Falseface were, and they were at the Gotham's plastic plant. Do you guys like this duo of Batman and Stalker, Ray?
I mean, it's interesting, yeah. I don't know if I necessarily like it. It's not a Batman and Robin per se, but it is a
No.
but yeah, it's interesting to see anytime when a hero has to work with like a villain.
Yeah, it's like, always goes back to wrestling. Like usually Teddy Long announces a tag team match with the bad guy and the good guy working together. So it's kind of like that.
It's probably one of the lesser interesting combinations we could have had as far as Batman having to team up with a villain from this show, right? Like they could have it's worked out fine, but like there's certainly more interesting options, right?
Should have been
Yeah.
10. That's all I'm saying. Bring back my girl.
Well, we love
We did
10.
nothing wrong.
Yeah, we do love 10.
Always love 10. At the Gotham's Plastic, Cobra explained his plan. He's putting the virus on new credit cards, so when someone touches the card, they'll be exposed. Stolen credit cards. So when they touch it, they'll be exposed of it. So I think that's kind of lame, but I get it how people touch cards around throughout the whole world, or like cash at least. So I get it, but I think it's lame.
I want to talk about how money is used in the show because it baffles me. For starters, we cut to the scene and all these credit cards are green, and that
Yeah.
almost tells me like they wanted to make it cash, and then they're like, "Oh wait, no, credits. We're always talking about credits in this show. We got to make them the plastic cards." So you have like dozens of plastic green cards so that you know it's money. But sometimes in this show, people have like dozens of these things as if they're like gift cards.
Mm,
They were like trying to predict the future with this show and going like, well, people use credit cards, but you want to have a lot of credit cards so you have a lot of money. So everyone just has a bunch of these things as if they could just like spend it on only once. It's a very strange system. And then a few episodes down, spoiler alert, we do see paper cash. So we got cash, credit cards, and multiple credit cards. This show has no idea what it's doing with money. They're just
no,
hoping for the best in 1999.
Maybe
again,
it's like
99.
cred chips and like Wars, which I'm the person in this chat that knows the most about Star Wars. So
True.
Mhm.
True.
Is
I
that
was
true?
trying to set someone off, but you decided to be quiet. Yeah, for sure.
The books don't go into the money that much. Okay, I can't help you.
Well,
The books
damn.
don't go into the money.
All right, all right. Batman and Stalker showed up and attacked them. The fight happens, but Falseface escapes, and Cobra told him that Falseface is infected, and he will expose the world. As Stalker and Batman meets Falseface, he fails to believe Stalker that he's infected and disables him with a taser. No tase me, bro. Batman continues on and after and goes after Falseface, but temporarily loses sight of him. Fortunately, Falseface tries to imitate Nelson, a disguise that Batman can easily see through. A fight ensures and takes this battle to the factory. Falseface starts a fire, then attacks Batman with a pipe. Batman can hold on to his own, but there's an explosion, and he is trapped under a falling ventilation duct. Falseface prepares to kill him, but suddenly falls over in pain. Batman explains that the virus was taken hold. Falseface runs away, unable to free himself. Batman believes himself to be doomed, but Stalker arrives. Much to Batman's surprise, Stalker refrains from killing him and says instead to release him. The two escape to find Falseface. To find that Falseface kind of died. He collapsed. Batman asks Stalker why he saved him, and explains that it's just so that he and only him can kill him when the time is right. So that was it for this episode. Are we giving this a false face up or a false face down? I'll go with you, Skyler.
I do think this one's a little middle of the road for me, but not offensive in any way. So I'll give it a false face up. Okay. Again, I think it could have been more interesting if we had teamed Terry up with a different villain, but it was all right. I like that it teaches you the lesson to never leave your luggage unattended at the airport. So I'll give it an up.
100%. And are they paying the TSA workers now?
What do you mean?
Like I think the government recently
in real life, real
life. Yeah, real life. Are they paying them now?
I would hope so, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I don't know. What about you, Ray? Do you freaking hate this Falseface guy? He's lying all the time.
I would not go that far.
Okay.
I do find this episode confusing purely because I am me and me thinks about medical things. Sure. And I don't know how the virus works. If it's something that you get from touching, and yet when that plan failed, it would have been from a person who almost immediately died from it. So like I don't know how like the pathogens would work there. And I just found the episode to be kind of bland and boring. It's not offensive, but like it doesn't really do anything either. So I guess I would give it I guess we're doing false faces, so a false face down.
Face down, okay. What about you, Daniel? Do you now know his name, Stalker?
No, he's forever going to be future Bloodsport for me, and I think that's just how we're going to have to live with that one. Man, I don't know. It is very much like one of those middle of the road ones. I don't think it necessarily does anything wrong, but I also don't think it's particularly exciting in any way. Falseface as a character is like, we've got 100 different guys who can change their face all across different books and stuff, so he doesn't feel unique in that regard. And then as a character, it's just kind of boring. That didn't really do anything for me. And then Cobra, I was very confused by Cobra. I was like, there's snake people now. Like literally, I was doing something else and I looked up and they're like, that's a snake man. Sort of. I was very confused by a lot of what was happening there. So I'm gonna have to give this one a face down, ass up. Don't know what it really added to the universe for me. So I think I'm just gonna leave it how it is.
I understand. What about you, Anthony? Do you want to be in this episode?
I want to be in the episode. No, I would say no, I don't. Yeah, I very similar thoughts to everybody that I didn't think it was like a horrible episode, but Knowing that this is Stalker's final appearance, it's kind of like, well, that's it. I guess we're done with this guy. I liked the idea of, like you said, he's very single-minded, and it's like, yeah, I just want to get Batman. So like, I'll do this to handle my freedom and blah blah blah. But otherwise, yeah, thumbs down from me, just because it wasn't particularly interesting, and I think I'm gonna forget this episode pretty quickly after this.
Right. Yeah, I mean, okay, look, there's a lot of good lines of dialogue. When Stalker's in an episode, you know it's gonna be action packed. So there's that. But again, there's the plot holes of the hell is he alive? And there's not much depth to False Face and Cobra. So I'll give it a thumbs down. Why not? Thumbs down. Sorry, Stalker. I do have some interesting facts. It's implied that Gotham's population is in the range of 12 million people.
Great.
Does that do anything for anybody? It's 12 million. It's a lot of people. Another one is this is Agent Bennett's only appearance that does not involve Zeta. Of course, last week we talked about Zeta. Great robot. He has got some good feelings. But let's get into episode 22. It is called April Moon. A car lands near Gotham's jewelry plant, and 4 teenagers climb out. One of them is nervous, but the leader insists that they have nothing to worry about. The leader promptly renames himself as Bullwhip and proceeds to crack a steel whip that emerges from his wrist. He calls to another member of his gang who reveals that he has a retractable suit of armor, granting him the capability to smash through a steel door. The third one has a chainsaw extend from his kneecaps, and wrists, and uses them to cut through a safe. Oh my goodness, this is too much for me. But this is our first introduction of this gang, or this man, the leader called Bullwhip. Do we like these guys, Skyler?
Do we like them morally?
Yeah.
No.
You like their design?
You want to talk about their design? Okay, yeah. I like, for the most part, I think the Bullwhip, at least the ability, is neat and cool. The one guy who just fully becomes the suit of armor, he's like the Rhino from Spider-Man, is what I kept thinking of. So that's fine. And I liked the one that had like the big punching hands.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of cool. The chainsaw dude, chainsaws coming out of your knees. I was like, that's dumb. That's where you lost me. But as far as just like a group of goons, their whole thing is like cybernetic enhancements. It's close. It's good enough. Good enough. How about?
I never seen the I don't know if it's a show or a movie, the Chainsaw Man. Is it kind of like that?
The anime?
Yeah.
Is it like this episode of Batman Beyond, Skyler?
I'm gonna say no. It's not
okay.
it's not like this. No.
Okay.
No, in that one, the guy is possessed by the demon of chainsaws.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly.
And it's his arms and his head, not his knees.
Head.
It's his
How
head.
can you see?
I think don't worry about it. He's a demon. You don't need it.
Hmm.
It's implied that he can transform other parts of his body into chainsaws if he needed to. So he could do knees, but he never does because that is kind of stupid.
The knees is dumb.
Yeah,
it's not
that's
great.
a bad place. Anyways.
I will also say, like, chainsaw is not a super effective weapon. Because if you swing it hard, you can't slice with it. You just have to like hold it against a thing until it cuts it away. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not great.
Yeah, you gotta like grind it, right? You gotta go up left and right, left and right, left and right.
I'm sure this is like a future tech chainsaw, whatever, that does better, but
during the first fight, the chainsaw guy does fall on his knees and breaks the chainsaw, so it's not even practical in that sense.
You know what? He didn't think his through. Everyone else was like, I just want a big suit of armor. And he was like, Chainsaw Man.
It should have been a lightsaber.
There's a lot of people that like lightsabers in this shit, so why not?
We'll see some characters later.
Sure. Well, Batman arrives during the robbery and starts to take on the gang. At first, he has an upper hand and even manages to greatly disable everyone, especially the guy with the kneecaps. However, one of the members left behind to stand guard attacks Batman with a pistol. Oh yeah, was it a pistol? Not a pistol. The fist guy. The rest of the gang gets up and manage to beat their enemy. However, Batman discovers a server mortar left behind from the injured gang member, and he takes it with him. Elsewhere, an old man sits up, probably me, late at night in his bed, and is surprised to find the gang they come to him. He mentions that their being around him wasn't part of the bargain, but Bullwhip insists that the bargain is not anything he wants it to be. The doctor attends the injured teenager, but yelled at him for leaving the mortar behind, as it could be easily traced back to them. Do you guys think they're being really harsh to this doctor, Ray?
Really harsh.
Yeah.
I mean, they're bad guys. Like, they're not gonna be nice to the doctor.
That's true. Meanwhile, in the Batcave, Terry shows the mortar to Bruce and comments on how it looks like one of his looks like the mortar in his costume. Bruce agrees and explains that he bought them from a doctor who has been a hero in mind and making artificial prosthetics. His name is Dr. Peter Corso. After taking a look at the thing through the microscope, Bruce's sus are confirmed, and Terry believes that the good doctor isn't so good anymore. Bruce mentions that there's something strange about the wiring and sends Terry after Caruso. Caruso, is that his name? Caruso or is it Corso? I think it's Corso.
Whatever you want to, bro.
Caruso. All right, Caruso. Like From Wizards of Waverly Place. He finishes up his work for attending teenagers' needs and is offered jewels by Bullwhip, but refuses them that's not what he wants. Bullwhip tells him to be patient, dude, and he'll get what he wants when he's sure that he doesn't need the doctor anymore. Shortly after the gang leaves, Batman arrives, and through the window he confronts Caruso, who refuses to explain his actions, and in a surprise attack, he injects Batman with a powerful tranquilizer. Have you guys been tranquilized before? Not tranquilized, but like, it's a bad question. Let me move on.
I've been under anesthesia before, if that's what you mean.
That's what I meant. Thank you. Like
that
heavy.
Later though.
I've been under anesthesia.
Like, were you like knocked out, dead, asleep?
Yeah, I've had surgeries that require sedation.
Have you ever put someone under anesthesia, Ray?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
I
would
heard
like to, but no.
I heard you have to do a lot of schooling for that. That's a whole other department.
Yeah, you have to be an anesthesiologist is a specialty.
Yeah.
I appreciate Abrar saying that was a bad question, never mind, and trying to move on. I like that. That's like learning.
Hey, after almost 300 episodes in, I'm learning.
Ray, when they put you under, did you see the Hat Man? Are you familiar with the Hat Man?
I am aware of the Hat Man. I did not see the Hat Man.
Okay.
What's the Hat?
Hat Man.
No,
Hat Man?
we don't need to explain.
We don't have time to explain the Hat Man, but I hope one of us sees the Hat Man in our lives.
Oh.
Well, just take a lot of, what is it? It's a
You know what? Let me amend that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the Hat Man.
Oh, he's coming for you.
Hat Man.
He can see you. Whether or not you choose to see him, still knows. That's all I'm saying.
This reminds me.
That's enough talking. That's enough talking. Hat Man on Batman. Let's move on.
Yeah, please.
No. Real quick, I googled it just to see, and one of the top results before it was like, "What does seeing the Hat Man mean?" Which I like that. I like that someone's like trying to really figure it out. Of like, why did that happen to me?
Yeah,
I like those questions. Is he evil or good? Is he harmless? All right, yeah, there's some good questions that the internet's asking.
He's a modern cryptid.
He may be ambivalent, but I don't think he's good. I don't know.
Well, for those who know Hat Man, please comment down below. We need to know what this is.
Please leave a comment if you have seen the Hat Man.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? Watching us?
The police
comment.
in like a few years.
Yeah. Well, in the morning, Batman wakes up to discover that the doctor and all of his equipment are gone. Terry goes to Max, frustrated, to her apartment and complains to Max about his mistake. Max, however, points out that Dr. Caruso could easily kill Batman, but he didn't. This is evidence that he may not be bad as Terry believed at first. Looking to test this theory, he lures the doctor into a trap. Max makes a phone call, beep beep. Elsewhere, Caruso is mad and complains that he's no longer can't go back to his own home. But Bullwhip does not give a shit. Caruso gets a call and at first insists he's taking a leave of absence. But after hearing about an emergency involving both legs, he comes out of his leave and heads out to make a house call, leaving Bullwhip a little sus. At the West End Inn, Caruso makes his way to the address to see his patient, but he finds in his dismay that he might be a little tricked. Batman confronts him, but the doctor starts to cry, saying that they are going to kill her, dude. Caruso explains that he's willing to work. He was unwilling to work with the gang because they kidnapped his wife, and hands his picture of April to Batman. Caruso begins to narrate his life story to Batman. Before we get into the story, do you guys like how Batman was under the covers when he surprised the doctor?
I did. That was really, really funny. Because you see him hiding in the background. There's like a lumpy blanket. He comes over and he just springs up. It's nice to see Batman in full costume doing things.
Yeah, I like that.
Terry has a good sense of humor.
Yeah,
he's a kid.
Batman who can become invisible, choosing to instead.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. Well, 20 years ago, back in 2006, Caruso spends his life in which all he had was his work and helping other people. In the morning, he meets his new nurse, April, who offers him a bowl of cereal for breakfast. What? He was charmed by her appearance and her cheery outlook on life. Within a couple of weeks, Caruso gave April to clean the graduated cylinder, and he notices a ring in which Caruso put it in. Realizing that he was going to propose to her, she rushed to him and kissed him on the floor aggressively. Do you guys like this April here, Daniel? Or Skyler?
It gets passed to me. Well, the story, many such stories in fiction of old man falls in love with beautiful young woman and proposes to her within 2 weeks. That's going to raise some suspicion flags in a way that you just inherently don't trust the young woman.
But Skyler, she's the most Bruce Timm of Bruce Timm ladies.
Yeah. I forgot who
Well,
wrote the show.
I don't trust Bruce Timm. How about that? Bruce Timm's going to try to put chainsaws in my knees.
Oh, man. Well, Bruce Timm, we know what you're doing, man. If you could hear this podcast.
We're on to you.
Yes. Especially that the baby doll episode with the Killer Croc. Dude, what's going on, man?
Hey, buddy, this is your final warning. Knock it off. Bruce Timm, I can see you. Stop it. Put down the pencil. Stop drawing your little Hershey Kiss tits and pay attention to what we're saying. Thank you.
I know your Instagram account with your pornography.
While we're at it, Butch Hartman, knock it off.
Hey, Butch, watch your fucking mouth, all right? Stop it.
That's it. We're just calling out artists now.
Who else do we want to get? That's it for now.
That's it for now.
But they're on notice.
Yes. They're on my checklist. 6 months ago, Caruso met Harold, aka Bullwhip, who has been a patient at the time, and suggested that Caruso could create a weaponized prosthetic, thereby making people into powerful cyborgs and unstoppable thieves. Now, Harold suggests that a partnership, which would be very profitable, but however, Caruso wasn't interested as he already had everything he wanted. A week later, Caruso came back home late from an emergency call and calling April out, only to see that someone broke into his home. Alarmed, he was in his laboratory to find April, only to discover Harold and this gang of thugs are present. He was restrained by Harold's gang and began to question Harold about April's whereabouts. Harold hand him the phone to April, and you can hear April's voice through the phone, but he quickly snatched it. Harold blackmailed Caruso into enhancing them into bionic weapons in exchange for the promise of the doctor's wife's safety. And eventually, it returned to him. Feeling he had no choice, Caruso agreed in a handshake. Examining the photograph of April under a full moon, Batman thought about the song April Moon. The doctor confirms that April Moon was the couple's song. Do you guys know this song? I actually listened to it, and I liked it. What about you guys? I thought it was lovely.
I haven't heard the song. Why didn't you link it in chat? Come on.
Let me. I gotta do it right now. Hold on, give me one.
No, it's too late. We're live. We're live.
Oh, right. We're live. Oh, Bill O'Reilly. Batman understands.
I didn't know it was a real song. So.
It's a real song. I'll post it right now.
It's funny because between this and a couple other things, like at one point they're watching Casablanca, and it just makes me go like, "Oh, in the future, no one will care about anything that happened in like the 2020s.
That's true.
Everything that happened, it will become our void century. We will just remove it from the history books."
Sounds about right.
I mean, it's
lock it away.
Kind of far out though. Here it is. There's the lady.
What has happened in the last decade that's been worth it?
Good question.
Last decade? Yeah, I don't know. They made that Snake Eyes movie. That was all right.
There had to have been something good, right? The first couple seasons of Game of Thrones.
That was good.
Well,
I like that.
I mean, I
was
said
that over a decade ago?
I don't know. It's all blurred to me.
Started in 2011, I think, 2010-ish. So,
I guess Stranger Things. That was 10 years ago.
Stranger Things pretty good.
You guys are also listening off TV shows and not movies that they would see in a theater.
Oh, true.
Well, I mean, the conversation started because of music, and we'd skipped over that too. So, I mean,
yeah, I thought it was just anything that mattered ever.
No,
nothing. I don't think anything mattered. You're right. Yeah, fair enough.
That's all right, because Batman understands Caruso's motives, but is still angry about what he has done. Caruso, however, explains that he built a failsafe devices into the gang's motors. So Caruso intends to activate the devices once he gets April back, thereby destroy the gang. All the same, Caruso refuses to tell Batman how to activate the thing, fearing Batman would risk April's life with a rescue attempt. Before Batman can further interrogate Caruso, the gang arrives. Caruso immediately tells the gang that Batman has ambushed him, and the gang prepares to attack Batman. Working together, the gang overpowers Batman, who narrowly escapes the encounter by using a smoke bomb. The gang departs from their hideout with Batman in pursuit. Bruce tells Terry that he found out about the cutoff circuits and that their voice activated. Unfortunately, Batman doesn't know the password. However, Bruce does suggest that the word failsafe is the uncommon word that will be likely or be very important for the Doctor. So that might be the word here. Batman refuses the gang and refuses. He reaches the gang and prepares to confront them in their hideout, but discovers that Caruso followed him as he suspected Batman's strategy. The Doctor still won't tell Batman the secret word immediately after. However, they're both surprised to see that April is with the gang, but she's not a hostage. She's there willingly. After receiving
she was smooching.
She was smooching really hard. After receiving a jewel from Bullwhip, April coldly laughs that the Doctor could never afford to give her such luxuries. And then, yeah, as we mentioned, he kissed him. If you guys were the Doctor here, how do you guys feel? Anthony, how do you feel?
I feel how he feels, devastated beyond my wildest dreams. He, for some reason, believed that this lady, this Bruce Timm woman, genuinely loved him because of cereal, and now he's just blown away that she's in fact an evil lady. So, yeah, devastated for sure.
Yeah, what's the zodiac sign for people living or born in April? Is it Scorpio? Actually, I don't know the thing.
I'm born in April and I don't know.
Yeah. I don't. But Caruso cries out while Batman tries to prevent his that's the same word, his outburst from alerting the gang. As they struggle, Batman is unable to stop the heartbroken Doctor from knocking over some garbage cans. The gang hears the commotion and goes outside to investigate. Batman pushes the Doctor down to the cellar to hide him. The gang spots Batman and attacks. Once again, the gang has an advantage in spite of a few setbacks, and they stun him. The knee jerk prepares to slice his head off. However, Batman thinks back to the
the knee jerk.
That's what he
say
calls
that
himself.
in the notes.
Yeah,
really? That's awesome.
Knee jerk.
That's a good name. I take it all back.
Knee jerk. However, Batman thinks back to the picture he was shown of April in front of the moon. Realizing the password, Batman whispers out, "April Moon." The the fill safe switches activates and knee jerks motors completely self-destruct. Kaboom! Which Batman repeats with Knuckles, the guy with the hands, and Terrapin in turn. 3 of the gangs are now helpless, but Bullwhip sees what's going on and retreats into the shadows before Batman can focus on him. Do you guys like this epiphany of Batman here? He's a pretty much smart kid.
Well, I did think it was funny that the opportunity didn't fall upon the Doctor to, now that he realized he's been betrayed and played, to unveil the secret passcode. Batman just took a chance. He was like, it's probably this, and he was right. So the Doctor didn't help at all. Fuck that guy. And I also really like how Batman has to get up close and sensually whisper the code in their ears for it to work.
That was funny. Well, later at Wayne Manor, Terry tells Bruce about the incident and explains that Bullwhip, April, and Caruso have all disappeared. Bruce assures Terry that they'll be back. However, when Bruce learns of that, Bullwhip doesn't know Caruso was present and saw April kissing him. To Terry's surprise, he thinks that Bullwhip actually may not be coming back after all. In Caruso's new clinic, Bullwhip is on the operating table, assuring Caruso that he'll have his wife back after he performs one last upgrade to make Bullwhip stronger than ever. On the surface, Caruso appears to accept this bargain. Bullwhip instructs Caruso not to hold back. When working on him, Caruso dons his surgical gear and puts Bullwhip under anesthesia. The last thing Bullwhip sees before losing his mind is a drill moving closer into his face. And the Doctor says, "I understand. No holding back." That guy's dead. Are we giving this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I'll go with you, Daniel.
This one's complicated, I think, for me, because it's like it's another one where like it doesn't really do anything wrong, but it's not exciting. Like the crux of the plot is that an old man foolishly believes that a beautiful young woman could potentially love him, and it's like
Bill Belichick.
It's like this is a relationship that we probably shouldn't be rooting for first of all, because he looks like he's already 30 to 40 years older than her.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then it's like the twist is, oh man, you know what? Maybe it did do some shit wrong. The twist is like, oh no, she wants a guy her age, but he's also a criminal. Man, yeah, no, thumbs down. It didn't do it for me.
I understand. What about you, Ray? Do you understand the doctor's mindset here?
Yeah, you know what? I do understand his mindset. I don't understand his job, but I understand his mindset.
Sure.
I don't know when needing a prosthesis would ever be in an emergency. I don't get what he does, but that's besides the point. You know, it's a little sad that we didn't get to see someone genuinely go after a silver fox. Lady turned out to be evil. I mean, this batch of episodes is just starting off with like kind of bland, inoffensive stuff, and it's hard to like really like rate it because like I don't feel enough for it to be like
Sure.
good or bad. It was pretty blatant and handholdy with spelling out the April Moon thing. Like, I think the picture would have been just fine. We didn't have to reference the song, or even just reference the song and not the picture.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, it's fine. You know, since the other one I gave a thumbs down, I will give this one a thumbs up, but they're both honestly skippable.
I'll tell you this right now. I think it's a thumbs down for me. I think it's just a weird episode, as Daniel mentioned. And if you guys noticed, like when it comes to music for this episode, it's like out of the place. Out of place. It's like it doesn't make like there's like some romantic songs when it comes to like so there's some romance songs that was in the fight scene. So I was like I understand that part. What about you, Anthony?
I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up for two reasons. I really liked the part where the guy with the buzzsaw kneecaps and elbows, he like gets completely shredded. And because he has robot limbs, it's okay to show a human being with his limbs just completely broken apart. Like he was a damn amputee, and they showed that in a cartoon. I thought that was funny because it's like, oh, he's a robot. Who cares? But he wasn't a robot. He was a person. And then two, funniest ending I've ever seen of Bruce just finding out that like, oh, he doesn't know that he knows. Oh, he's dead. And there's nothing I'm gonna do about it. I'm old. I'm not even gonna try to stop that from happening. And then we cut to see that yes, he is gonna kill that man by drilling a hole in his head. So I think that's a great way to end a Batman episode. Is Batman realizing he can't stop a man from drilling a hole in a head, and then we see a doctor drill a hole in a man's head.
Yeah,
Good for him.
This show, they're like, we're not gonna save people anymore. Who cares? What about you, Skyler?
This is another middle of the road one, but I did enjoy the bad guys to an extent. The goons, as I said at the top, I was like, yeah, that's a cool design. That's a cool. Well, that one's stupid, but it's fun in the same vein of the what are they called from Old Man Logan? Those cyborg guys.
The Reavers.
Reavers, yeah. Not dissimilar in concept, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, my rule of thinking has always been like, well, if it's just middle of the road and I don't really care, but it didn't do anything wrong, I'll just tick it up. So that's what I'm.
Yeah. Again, these are the last episodes of season 2, and they're missing. Well, at least for most of us, they're missing. So hopefully we'll get some thumbs up soon. I do have some interesting facts. As we mentioned, the song is called April Moon by Sam Brown. It's a 1990 song. So for those who want to listen it out. I think it's a lovely song. And another one is Of the Gang. Only Bullwhip is named in the episode. The other members of the gang never use a name, but are named in the credits. All right, let's get into episode 23. This we might be discussing a lot of things for this episode at least. It is called. No. Yeah, unfortunately, it is this episode actually came out in 1999. So, and you know what happened? You know what released in 1999? This episode is called Sentries of the Last Cosmos. Out on a distant planet, a small group of soldiers riding a flying disc carrying energy swords rush to evade pursuing spaceships. What a sentence. Well, one is forced to crash, but the other proves to be a pilot, but by much of a better skilled flyer. One of the warriors is almost done, but another warrior flies in and destroys the ship at a great risk to himself. With the second ship down, the warriors remove their helmets, revealing themselves to be Max, Terry, and Corey. I don't want to say his last name. I just call him Corey.
That's enough. Corey's fine.
Yeah, Corey in the house. Playing a VR game called Sentries of the Last Cosmos. Corey is the last one to take off his helmet and is proud to discover he earned all the all-time high score. Unfortunately for him, he finds that reality isn't quite so kind to him. However, a real sentry is watching him. Ooh. So this game is kind of similar to the world of Star Wars. So do you guys think the Star Wars fandom will still exist within, let's say, the next 30 years?
I hope not.
Not at the rate we've been going. When you said, not to cut off, when you said, oh, you know what came out in 1999? Were you talking about Toy Story 2? Because we did the same intro here.
No, I was talking about the Phantom Menace. The Phantom Menace. I see what I see. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, the Toy Story 2 does have a Star Wars opening there. That's true. That's true. I will say about this whole premise, because it's based on like an online game, which is what a lot of cartoons were doing around this time. Fairly Odd Parents had that cartoon episode. Danny Phantom had a cartoon episode about a video game. I realized I said cartoon episode. Either way, I appreciate that, like, in the future, they had the foresight to know that, like, kids would be obsessed about fantasy worlds based on video games, not necessarily movies like they were growing up. Like, they understood that, like, this is where things were moving. And I think that's fair to say for now that, you know, these video games are what people, like, really are tied into. As if there's not people on this very podcast that talk about video games regularly. So that maybe doesn't get the future right always, but I thought this was a pretty good example of it getting it right.
Absolutely. Well, back at school, Corey is excited over creating new scenarios for the game and brushes off Max's thought that he's too obsessed with the Sentries of the Last Cosmos. Just then, he receives an email from Simon Harper, the creator of the game, inviting him to Harper's private home, Sentrycroft. Corey is overjoyed by the news and accepts the invitation. Simon Harper, that's kind of similar to George Lucas.
Okay.
Not the name, but the idea.
Okay, yeah, the way you led into that did make it sound like you meant the name was similar, but it's not. It's not at all.
No, that's not. No, but the idea, like, the creator. So the creator of Star Wars is George Lucas. So he's excited to see George Lucas. Are you guys okay? Let's say 30 years back. If you have a chance to meet George Lucas, would you guys be excited?
I would meet him now.
I'd be very excited now to meet him.
Did you say 30 years ago? I'd be 1. So no.
Oh. Okay, I mean like 18 years ago.
Probably still no, because I'd be a child.
No.
I'd be more excited now.
I definitely love Star Wars more 18 years ago, and so yeah, I would have been like over the moon.
Yeah,
my love for Star Wars has fluctuated, but my love for George has never. Like I would always be happy.
If anything, my love for George has resolved.
Yeah, I would be fine with it. Yeah, please, let's go. We'll go to the Panda Express, have a good time. I don't normally drink Diet Coke, but I will for him. Be great.
Mhm.
I love it.
I'll put in the pizza rolls for him.
Ooh.
That's what he said?
Okay.
Yeah, he loves salad mostly, but I'd imagine he's eaten Totina's pizza rolls before.
The cheesy ones. Upon reaching Sentry Croft, Corey is awed by the props normally found only in the games. Vehicles, weapons, uniforms. He meets 2 other players named are Dempsey and Burf. I think that's his name. Burfid. Sorry,
you didn't even have to tell me these guys had names. I had no idea.
They had names. I didn't know either. Burf. I don't think that's a name. They're also in awe of what they found. Harper, wearing the robe of the wise one, greets them and congratulates them on being the top 3 scoring players in all of Gotham. They replied, "To us, Century of the Last Cosmos is more than a game. Yeah, it's our whole life." Simon reveals a great secret. The world depicted in the game represents an actual conflict. There's really a corp of sentries, and the game is actually a test to find new recruits worthy of joining. He invites the boys to join the ranks of the sentries. Thoughts on this? I guess he calls himself what's his name? Harper. Do you guys like Harper here?
No.
Or aka George Lucas? He's kind of weird with it.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. You keep calling him George Lucas. I think the next guy is more like George Lucas.
You know what? You're right. You're right. We'll get into it right now. Elsewhere, Batman patrols the skies of Gotham and learns from Bruce that there's been a break-in in the Hall of Records. Batman investigates and finds the 3 new sentries, complete with with uniforms, flying disc, and energy swords, preparing to destroy the records, claiming that the data bank has been infected by the Dark Regent. Batman confronts them, and when it became apparent he's there to stop them, the 3 quickly were like, crap, and they destroy the records. So this part, I don't know if it's there or not, but I never seen the movie Revenge of the Nerds. Is it kind of like this plot here?
No.
There was no sexual assault in this movie or in this episode, so we're gonna.
No. Revenge of the Nerds was like a weird old boner comedy. Like it wasn't a.
Are you thinking of Fanboys?
Oh, Fanboys. Now that's a classic. Fanboys.
Maybe.
Doesn't hold up super well, but it's definitely. I do own it on Blu-ray.
It's not good.
There you go.
But it's got people talking about Star Wars in it. When I was a kid, that was enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, returning to school, Terry talks to Max when he repeats the Sentries' words that they were a sacred mission from the Wise One. Max remembers Corey calling Harper the Wise One. Max and Terry goes to Corey and asks about what he saw at the Sentry Croft, but he refuses to tell them anything. They both realize something is wrong, my man, because normally Corey wouldn't be able to stop talking about the place. Terry said a line. He said, Jar lame.
Is Jar Jar lame?
Yeah.
Did you take personal offense when he said that?
You know, I kind of did. When I paused the episode, I went to my Jar Jar mask and I talked to him about it, and he didn't respond to me.
Oh, what did you say?
I said, is Terry? Are you okay with Terry saying that? And he didn't say anything to me.
His feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
Abrar walked over to the pedestal in a dark room with one light above his Jar Jar mask, and like Kylo Ren.
We don't assume that the Jar Jar mask is sitting on the corner of an elegant chair like the Green Goblin mask in Spider-Man.
Well, I only like the light option because I picture Abrar looking at it constantly, and someone through a sort of security camera footage watching Abrar look at the light, acting really amazed by it. Once he's done with his 2 phones, of course. That's you have to remember that.
He goes up to it every day and he says, "Would you have me do, master? Who must I spill the blood of for you today?"
Oh, Misa.
Oh, Misa.
In the name of old Misa. The real question is, so is Jar Jar like a guy in this game? Is there a different but similar enough Jar Jar in the world of the Centurions of old, whatever it's called?
I think Terry just took a cheap shot at Jar Jar Binks.
So Star Wars is still real in this universe, and they have this game.
Yeah, and it would have been a classic by this point. It would have been years and years ago.
Like Casablanca.
Yeah.
Why did George Lucas stop making Star Wars movies?
People were yelling at him too much.
Because he didn't make the new series, the one with Rey Skywalker. Spoiler.
Well, he doesn't own it anymore.
He sold it
I don't know if you missed that
to the
part.
white slavers.
His words, not ours.
Okay. I thought he had a passion for Star Wars, so I thought he would keep creating more stories.
That man does not know passion.
He's got a passion for a great salad.
Has he made anything new post selling Star Wars to Disney that I just have not paid attention to, or what's the deal?
I don't think so.
Well,
no, he
makes personal films.
Allegedly. No one's allowed to see them. Only home videos. Friends.
Well, they're clearly pornographic then.
No, they're supposed to be like so experimental that it borders on. He could have made Megalopolis. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
He probably loves Megalopolis.
I'm sure he did. His good friend made it.
His good pervert friend made it. That's true.
Well, that night, Batman investigates Sentrycroft. Unfortunately, a security system releases several probes that attack. Batman destroys the probes and is met by Harper. He questions Harper about the Sentries, but Harper denies any involvement. After Batman leaves, Simon calls in his Sentries and gives them their next mission. The Dark Regent is on Earth, disguised as a man known as Alden Michaels. Are they talking about Luke Skywalker? Let's see. Having unearthed Michaels' name in connection with Harper's, Batman goes to investigate his apartment. Once there, he is met by a shadowy man with a gun. Batman disables him with a batarang and is surprised to see the man is Michael, who is unharmed and was only trying to defend himself. All right, this is our first introduction on Alden Michaels. I see his belly button.
He's Harry Knowles. Do you know who Harry Knowles is? Yeah, you don't know Harry Knowles? Okay, never mind. Anthony Knowles.
What are we talking about? Harry Knowles?
I said the nerdy dude is Harry Knowles.
Design-wise, yeah, he's a fat. Right, he's fat and got a beard. Yeah, he looks just like him.
Big
because
redhead,
of this
scary
episode,
man.
there's a fat bearded man, and then there's another guy taking all the credit. I was getting very strong Jobs and Wozniak vibes from this episode. So that's what I was pulling from it. But yes, he was also a big fat redhead.
He's a big man. Batman asks Alden why Harper is after him, and which Alden replies because Harper is a two-faced genius, a pirate. Before he can show Batman the evidence of what he's talking about, the Sentries arrive and attack. Batman tries to fight them off, but he's unsuccessful and Eldon is captured. In spite of his failure, Batman managed to retrieve the envelope that Eldon tried to give him. The Sentries take Eldon to Harper, who's angry that they didn't kill him. The Sentries claim they couldn't. It would violate the Sentries' code of honor. I like that. I like they have a code of honor. I like that. Simon has no such idea, but and starts to attack Eldon with lightning bolts thrown from his hands, claiming that Eldon has plotted against him. Eldon says it was only a lawsuit he filed. So this Harper guy, he's a Sith, right? There's lightning from his hands.
Yeah, you could just do that for real.
You gotta teach me that.
How did he do that? I kind of stopped paying attention a little bit, and he just did. So how did he do that?
Yeah,
he had like a tech suit underneath his weird wizard robe.
Oh, okay, all right. As far as I was aware, he could just do that for real.
Well, he has the unlimited power of money, so
unlimited power,
limitless. Bradley Cooper. Hearing this, the Sentries are confused. Batman then appears and shows them the envelope, which contains the original story of the Sentries of the Last Cosmos. Batman explains that Eldon wrote the story and partnered with Harper to produce it as a video game. However, Harper didn't want to share the profits and the popularity from the game, so he cut out Eldon altogether. What the Sentries were actually destroying were the original contracts between Eldon and Harper. Harper attacks Batman with his lightning skills, while Sentries start to read the story. They're not going to help him. Batman manages to subdue Harper, who calls desperately to his Sentries for help. However, now realizing that the story was stolen from Eldon it was lied to them, and that the Sentries were being real, they turned on them. It was a face turn, I think. Thoughts on this scene here?
I just refused. Oops. I'm sorry. I was trying to fill the dead air, and then we did it at the same time. I just for the entirety of this episode, found it actually impossible to feel intimidated by these discount Orions at any point. They're riding around on these little scooter things and all I could imagine is if this was modern day, they would be those they called the little where it's one wheel on each side. It's it's a skateboard that you ride horizontally, and there's one wheel at the front, one at the back, and you just lean forward like a mini Segway. Whatever those are called. I just imagine a bunch of nerds in their Star Wars outfits rolling around on that, being like, "We're gonna take out the data centers." I was like, "Oh yeah, here they are."
Oh. I mean, I'd be rooting for them if that's what they're planning on doing.
I fucking guess. Yeah, I don't know. And it's just I don't know. This scene in particular, I was like, "Oh, okay. So do they still go to jail? Because they still did a lot of crimes.
A lot.
Are we? But we're okay with it now because they beat up the big nerd.
I think so.
Where are we at with this?
No, I think they're okay in my book. They realize what they've done and they try to fix it. So they're not getting any jail time for me.
All right. Okay.
Terry returns to Bruce. Terry returns to Bruce. Corey and his friends they're looking for a video game for something to believe in. No, sorry. Excuse me, I don't know what I just said. Terry returns to Bruce.
Some Tron Aries up in here.
Who pities Corey and his friends for looking to a video game for something to believe in. He leads Terry to wonder aloud why Harper went to all the trouble to eliminate Michaels, since he already was pretty rich and didn't owe Michaels pretty much much money. Bruce thinks that Harper cared less about the money than losing to his fans' worship. However, the players aren't done with the game. They return to the original draft to Eldon and ask questions about the game, claiming that he's the real wise one. Liking the idea, Eldon invites them in to begin to tell the story. I like that. Was this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? What do you think, Ray?
I don't know. You know.
I don't.
I don't know how I feel about this episode. I mean, it's fine. I don't know why when you already live in like a very sci-fi future that like you would get like as invested in this sci-fi video game when like you already have hoverboards and like their lame lightsaber technology also already exists. Like, I mean, I guess they just really like slice of life like roleplay sims, I suppose. I do like that their designs look very samurai-esque.
Sure.
Which in a way you would be like, well, that's not Star Wars, the thing that they're obviously doing. But as we know, George Lucas took ideas from everywhere, including samurais. So I don't know if that was an intentional thing or if they just try to make it look a bit more distinct, but that was nice. It was a little nifty. I don't know what reading the script would do. Be like, this guy truly wrote it, because like I could copy word for word the script as well and say I actually wrote something. You need that publication date notarized. It's fine. It's harmless. The main guy's name was Dak. You know, that's a Star Wars reference too.
Right.
I give it the mildest of thumbs up.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'm also giving it a thumbs up as well. I mean, if you're referencing
wasn't Dak the other episode?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you're right.
Dak was the kid.
There's a kid called
You know
Dak.
what? I take it back then. It's a mild thumbs down because I confused the episode.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's all it took. That was the only thing holding it together.
They referenced a rebel pilot. Like, come on.
Yeah, he got this.
Yeah. Right. You know, I'm giving a thumbs up. If you're gonna talk about a IP that everyone loves or kind of hates, if you do it right, then it's good. And I think they did it right, so I'm giving a thumbs up. Now, what about you, Skyler?
Oh man,
Mix of emotions.
No, the episode is fine, right? Just didn't do anything wrong other than you couldn't really pay me to pay attention for this one for one reason or another.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna give this one the thumbs down. It's not.
Wow.
I don't know. I just didn't care. I'm sorry. Move on. Next person.
Daniel, do you want to be the Sentries of the Lost Cosmos?
Bro, hell no. I don't got the balance to ride one of them fucking whatever the hell's. One of them little rocket skateboards. Hell no.
Yeah.
I would die so fast. I would also give this episode a thumbs down. Wow. I know you didn't ask, but I would also give it a thumbs down. I think, you know, it's like we're doing the Star Wars reference thing. It's like, okay, I get it. Then like it didn't, I don't know, man. It just felt like really on the nose and also didn't feel like it really served any purpose other than like, hey, you like Star Wars, right? And I'm like, yeah, but you know what I like more? Batman. That's what I came here for. So
I understand. Anthony, I know you're like all of us. We're big Star Wars fans, or a lack of fans. Are you giving this a star up?
You know, I think that's because that reason why is why I'm giving it a thumbs down. I think as a kid, I was really into anything that like talked about Star Wars, just because I loved it so much. I just thought it was the greatest thing to see it referenced in other media, and they did that in a lot of cartoons we watched as a kid. In a very similar vein, there's an episode of Teen Titans that does like a big Star Wars reference there at the end. And I think for that reason alone, this could have done better. Like I wanted more references. I wanted more like lines from the movies, more like character bits. I wanted to see like other interpretations of characters. Like why would they have done I want to see like a knockoff C3PO and R2D2 and all that. So it's
Okay.
like very limited, very minimal. We get a Jar Jar name drop. Uh which is crazy considering it's like it just come out that year that this episode had come out. So like already the Jar Jar hate was present. So anyone trying to like do prequel revisionism is like, nah, man. Everyone hated the prequels back when it came out. Jar Jar was getting hate the year he debuted. All right. Yeah, so thumbs down for me, just because it could have been way more on the nose and obvious. They should have went for it.
Well, speaking of that, when it comes to my interesting facts, I have a lot of them. So here we go. This episode borrows many elements of Star Wars movies. The Sentries carry swords similar to lightsabers. In the game, when Terry was being pursued, he says, "I can't shake them," which is a line from the first Star Wars movie. When Corey knocks at the gate of the home, the security camera extends and it gets into his face, much like the sentry droid at Jabba's palace in Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Simon wears a hooded robe, much to Jedi's Knights in Star Wars series. When Eldon shoots at Batman from the shadows, the light reflects off his glasses, much like the glowing eyes of a Jawa. Terry makes a joke about Jar Jar Binks.
That one seems like a stretch, the Jawa one, I won't lie.
All right. We talked about the Jar Jar lame one. Simon fires bolts of energy from his hands, just like the Emperor in Return of the Jedi, as we mentioned. Eldon ends the episode with a line very similar to A Long Time Ago, which opens every Star Wars movie. When Sentries first meet Simon, the music mimics Luke Skywalker's theme song from Episode 4. So they gave us something there, I guess, but not as much. And of course, Patton Oswalt voices Eldon. You can tell that's him through his voice. No matter if he's playing like a cat, like that's his voice.
Yeah, I did, of course, as you would, immediately clock like, oh, that sounds like Patton Oswalt. But then it sounded a little bit he wasn't doing full just Patton Oswalt. I feel like he tried to throw something on it that it made me for a second think that maybe it was I don't remember the voice actor's name. And he just passed away too, like recently. But the guy that voices Gene on Bob's Burgers, he's throughout a bunch of stuff. And he just passed away.
Well, R.I.P. to him, man.
But it was Patton, so
yeah, it was Patton. All right, let's get into the next episode, guys. As episode 24, Payback. Have you guys done some payback recently? Beating up some people?
It's tax season.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're recording on April 11th. You have about 5 days to do your taxes, guys. Do your taxes before they get you. A teenager, Drew McIntyre, heads out to the store and that he works in, but his boss calls him back and saying that he has to do overtime. When Drew protests his boss, Warren threatens to fire him. Drew returns, and another individual, a tall man wearing an outfit that appears to be made of black bandages, walks in. Warren mocks the man, but the man angrily locks the door and attacks. Desperately, Warren pulls out the cash drawer, activating the alarm, and tries to give it to the man, but is swatted away. Warren tries to run while the man goes to Drew and tells him to stay where he is and he will be safe. He continues to go, and after Warren claiming that he's doing this for the kids, I'm doing it for the kids, that he disrespects. He almost kills Warren with a laser whip, but Batman intervenes, recognizing the man as Payback. At first, Payback claims that he's Batman's ally, but when Batman refuses him, Payback decides that that he's his enemy too. After a brief fight, Payback escapes while Batman saves a ungrateful ward. So, guys, this is our first introduction of Payback. Do we like this villain's motives, Anthony?
Do we like his motives? I mean, yeah, I guess so. He's attacking someone who's overworking their teenage employee. So like, sure, been there, understandable. Yeah, it's a little Phantasm-esque, just because like there's this mask shrouded figure exacting punishment. There's some other similarities of Phantasm we'll get into later. But yeah, I'm rooting for them so far.
Okay. He has like a lightsaber whip. I thought that was pretty cool.
This looks more like a lightsaber than the flame swords in the last episode.
There's a point later where it stops being a whip and it looks exactly like the Ralph McQuarrie like concept art for a lightsaber, and it's crazy.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look back at that. After the fight, Terry talks to Bruce about the encounter, and Bruce points out that he failed to capture Payback. Back at the Batcave, Bruce shows Terry that there's a connection between the victims of Payback. They're linked teenagers that attend counseling sessions at the Gotham Youth Counseling Center. He has Terry enrolled into the center in order to learn more, aka old school detective work. While at the center, Terry listens to a girl, Trina, talking about her boyfriend, Dwayne, cheating on her, and is introduced to the group. When asked about his problem, Terry claims that it's Bruce. After the session, the head doctor, Dr. Stanton, takes Terry through the center and talks to him about his problem. During the walk, Dr. Stanton introduces Terry that the two resident geniuses, Howard Lewis and Dr. Stanton's son, Kenny Stanton. Kenny asks about his father to play, but is refused. While Terry talks to Howard, Kenny continues to ask about doing something about his father refuses, saying that he has to go to work. Just then, a nurse rushes in and saying that the girl, Maxine Gibson, has arrived, saying she has an emergency. Dr. Stanton leaves to take care of the situation, giving Terry time to search things on his own. There's a lot of things going on here. Do we had a counseling center at our high school?
At our high school?
Yeah.
There was a counselor. I don't know beyond that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
this
can't
isn't
imagine
at
they'd
the
be
high
very good at
school.
their jobs.
Ooh, right.
It was an outside facility that just a bunch of the high school students went to.
That's true. I mean, it's not. I mean, they call it a center, but I guess it's not, or so.
It could still be called a center.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like a medical park place. I don't know. Feels kind of like a cult, even though it is just therapy. So I don't.
It's people need help, right? So we'll go
absolutely.
here. Yeah. Terry sneaks into the doctor's room and hacks into his computer. Bruce quickly starts a download, but while this goes on, Terry's attacked from behind by an unseen assailant. When he comes to see both Howard and Dr. Stanton looking down over him, Terry manages to make up an excuse for being there and manages to avoid suspicion. After returning to Bruce, Terry scolds for not watching his back. Bruce intends to Terry his wound, then tells Terry about what he's found. He confirmed that Payback is linked to the center due to the fact that he has attacked the victims from several different sessions. He has access to the center's files. Terry instantly jumps to the conclusion that it's Howard who has access to the files, but Bruce doesn't see a motive. You guys like libraries, right?
The questions this episode are incredible. Libraries, yeah, I've been to a library here and there.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be some suspicious activity while at a library?
Well, first of all, having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card, so I think that's what's most important here. Whether or not people are using that for other means, I cannot say personally.
Hmm. Well, that's what Terry's thinking. Something might happen here. Batman heads out to the center and finds that Howard has been making strange-looking statues, and also finds the laser whip that Payback has been throwing it down. While Batman examines the laser, Howard attacks him. However, after getting Batman down, Howard reaches for the phone instead of the laser. Batman doesn't notice this and continues the fight, eventually bringing Howard down. Batman believes that he's gotten Payback, but when he calls Howard by the name, Howard is only confused, like, dude, what the hell? He also claims that the laser is only used to cut the statues. Batman calls Terry and alerts him to the fact that Payback is attacking someone far from the center. Batman is like, I'm sorry, my man, and leaves Howard looking over in between his statues. Howard is a big librarian then. He's a big man. He loves to read books. That's why I got it from him.
He wasn't really reading books. It was tapes, but that's okay. We don't judge.
Books. Yeah, that's true. Meanwhile, Payback cuts his way into Dwayne's truck and mocks him for carrying nothing for his girlfriends. He forces Dwayne to lose control of the truck, thereby sending it over a cliff. It's only through Batman's intervention that they are saved. Afterward, Batman goes after Payback and attacks him. Payback fights back, refusing to listen to reason. During the fight, Payback starts a forest fire and escapes while Batman tends to the blaze. I was on Payback's side, right? Like, I understand his motives, but I have to lay back. I think this guy's crazy. Bruce scolds Terry again, this time over his attacking on Howard. He said, "You injured an innocent man. That's unexcusable." Terry decides that Payback is Dr. Stanton, but Bruce snaps at him again and insists that they'll do things his way from now on, which means taking out time and getting it right. Do you guys agree with Bruce here?
Yeah. Because I think at this point we're all pretty clear on who's doing this, and we're also probably sure it's not the Dr. Stanton guy.
Yeah. At this moment, I was not feeling this episode at this point. But don't worry, I'll give my full review later. The next day, Terry goes to the center and complains about Bruce, about how Bruce treats him and thinks he'll never be good enough for him. When he was told that should confront Bruce, Terry mentions how Bruce will be at the party at a new hotel. That night, Terry takes Bruce to the Veerland Marquis Hotel while the new cast announced him. Things seem to be okay, but Bruce rides to the elevator. Payback arrives and attacks him, letting the other people on the elevator to leave. Bruce delays the Payback for a while, but is unable to prevent him from getting one of the elevator's brakes. The elevator breaks and causing him to fall. Fortunately, Batman manages to rescue him, but Payback continues to assault, cutting a support beam, trying to crush Bruce, but fails. And when Batman tries to confront him, the structure is more collapsing, and it kind of falls under him. Batman saves him, and Payback is unmasked. The real face behind it is Kenny. Were you guys shocked when it was find out to be Kenny, Ray?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, well, we thought it was the Dr. Stanton, but it was this guy named Kenny, working with Doctor. So let's see. While Kenny is being taken away from the police, his father realizes that this happened because he neglected him. Kenny's motives was that he solved the patient's problems. Then his father would have more time for him. Bruce tells Stanton to go to his son and leaves with Bruce. Bruce marvels over how well Terry performed, but Terry states out that he wasn't performing. Uh-oh. Are we giving this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I'll go with you, Daniel.
I think for me, that's tough, man. It's another like kind of nothing episode, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll have to give it another thumbs down. I hate doing so many in a row, but I think this one's just kind of like an episode that is here and does the thing and then gets out. And I was just kind of like, that was something. That's all I got. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess, do we all agree that this is a thumbs down?
No, I'll stick up for it.
Okay, Skyler, what do you think?
I think what saves again, broken bucking record, middle of the road. But what takes this up to a thumbs up for me would be the theme of like adults mistreating children, and then that pays off in this child trying to earn his father's respect by taking care of all the problems. Obviously, visually, the payoff of the little kid was the big muscly man in disguise. That's stupid. They put him in a little robot suit, I guess. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You could like. They only introduce like 3 total characters that it could be, and once you rule out one of them, and you're like, well, the other one's a red herring, then it has to be this kid somehow. Then you notice that every time the guy shows up, he's talking like a kid trying to be a hero. But I think just the theme of like this is how a kid thinks he can help, and it's all about the youth being, I don't know, mistreated, whatever. It's fine. So I'll give it a thumbs up.
Sure. Do you agree, Anthony?
Yeah, in a sense. Yeah, I think that I mentioned earlier they do the same thing Phantasm does, where we have the a very first red herring is the sculptor man, and that's voiced by Bill Faberbaki, who's Patrick, and so the masked man is also voiced by Patrick. So you think like, oh, there's probably something here. But yeah, having it be like a kid just trying to do what he thinks is right, I think is a very interesting concept. I don't think this is a very strong episode, but yeah, I do like that idea. I feel like this would be a lot better if this happened in like season 1. Ray and I had talked about this prior to this, but like because it's so much of Bruce and Terry trying to like come to terms with like this is how you be Batman. You have to like not assume things. I think that helps. If this had been in a very earlier episode, it would have been a lot better. But here, it's just fine, but I'd still give it a thumbs up.
Well, what about you, Ray?
Yeah, I agree that this is it's a thumbs up. I like the fact that we get 2 red herrings. Like that's, you know, that's good because, you look at the build of this man and you go, "Oh, it's obviously him." And then it's like, "Oh, it's not him. It must be the doctor." And it's like, "Nope, it's his kid that we saw earlier." And yeah, I mean, as stated, it would probably have worked better if it was a season 1 episode, or maybe if they like threw in that like Terry's like too cocky and that's why like he needs to like relearn a lesson or something like that, but it wasn't. But yeah, I still think it's a good episode. It's not as good as a very similar episode of when we get Spellbinder's first introduction, where he was also the guidance counselor and he made the kids, do stuff. It's very similar to that. But like it's not like so bad that it's worthless.
After listening to you guys, I was gonna give it a thumbs down, but I'll give a thumbs up. I think I like the interaction with Terry and Bruce on this situation. So that's good development. So yeah, okay. I'll give it a thumbs up. You guys persuaded me. Thank you. I do have an interesting fact for this episode. Bumper Robinson, who would later voice Deathshot in the video game Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League 2024. Yeah. You guys
Who did he
game?
voice in this?
It was it should be the Payback. Howard. Or not Howard. Kenny.
The kid?
Yeah.
I guess that makes he would have been pretty young by the time this episode had come out. I always think of Bumper Robinson. His name is Bumper, and he was in Transformers Animated as like several characters. So I always think of the fact that his name is Bumper, and he's the voice of like Bumblebee and whatnot in that show. But he did voice another DC character, Skyler. It sounds like you may know it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cyborg in Justice League Doom. Like, you don't forget someone named Bumper being in the cast list.
Oh, there he is. Let's get into our next episode, guys. It is episode 25. Where's Terry? Where the hell? No, where is he?
This episode should be called Where's Dak?
Oh, perfect. Terry, Dana, Maxine, and Howard. We love Howard. We love this Howard kid. Remember from that episode with the robot? Love that kid.
We love this kid?
No, as a goofball. We all love him as a goofball. Not him as a character. We love him as a goofball.
Do we love this kid? I'm asking everyone that's not abroad. Do we love this kid?
Oh.
No.
Dak? He's talking about Dak specifically?
No, the nerdy Howard kid.
Oh, no, we don't all love this kid. I'd like to see this kid put into an incinerator.
What's this revisionist history? We all love Howard. Everyone's like, I'm going to speak for the group on this one. We love Howard.
No, because
the hell are you talking about?
Episode has passed. You're like, maybe we're thinking, he's not best after all.
Bro,
well, yeah.
You're on thin fucking ice.
Whoa. That's a swear jar. No, you put money in the swear jar. Anyways.
Your mama.
Daniel, help me. They all walk out of the theater after watching the classic movie, as we all mentioned, Casablanca. Have you guys watched that movie? I recently was watching it for the first time, but then I stopped. I had to do other things. Do you guys like Casablanca, the classic?
I've seen Casablanca. I think I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd.
4?
Yeah.
That means you really liked it.
Is that a hot take?
Well, some people don't like it.
You like Casablanca? What are you? Gay?
Maybe.
I don't know. There's some people don't like this this classic from 1949. Right?
Bro, you're vamping. We got 2 more episodes.
We have an extra episode on this episode. And you want to talk about what year Casablanca came out?
I feel like I haven't heard Daniel say words for 35 minutes. His voice just jump scared me. I need you to keep going.
I was here the whole time. Look, and is there also, if as long as we're vamping, there's some dude just walking laps around my apartment complex yelling, and I don't know what it's about, but it is through. If I
open
die
the window,
let's
hear him. Let's hear him. Open
the
window.
I'm sure he loves
I don't know if the window's open. I've never tried.
Well, Terry and Dana begin to talk. With Dana revealing it was nice to spend quality time together. But is upset of how his job interferes. However, Terry reassures her that despite his job, he reveals that she is more important to him. Terry and Dana then share a sweet kiss before Terry heads off into the subway. Hey,
how do we all feel about this? I want to know.
That's our Terry. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, you're like,
I keep getting confused on what Terry and Dana's relationship even is. Because, like, on the first episode of this, Nelson, or whatever his dick-ass name is off that plane, and he's just got one arm on Chelsea and one arm on Dana. Old funky butt Terry's just pulling up the rear carrying the underwear. And now it's like, but we're together.
I can't believe he carried the bag. You throw that bag on the ground and say, "Get it yourself." Stand up for yourself, Terry.
Like, what's the situation? Are we like they're in a relationship, but then they're not in a relationship? It doesn't seem like it's a strong relationship. I'll give.
We all know
they're in an unofficial relationship because he's too busy with work to actually commit right now. But they clearly were dating beforehand, before he started being Batman, aka working for Bruce Wayne.
That's fine, but we know who Terry should be with.
No, we don't. He should be with Dana Tan.
He should definitely be with Max.
He should be with Max.
Yeah, so you guys did talk about that last time.
I don't see Dana's ass going down to the sewer subways and start trying to say
she doesn't know. You can't blame
she knows
what
he's
they
gone.
don't know.
She knows he ain't there. What's she doing? What's she looking for him? She's checking the fucking
called
library.
Everyone to see. She didn't know he went disappearing. Did anyone else give her a chance to actually help out?
She knew he wasn't there.
You can't blame her when she doesn't know.
She knew he wasn't there. She was probably trying to find the number for that rat boy and be like, let me see if I can get some of that rat ale again. Ooh-wee.
Hashtag Dana doesn't know.
Dana doesn't know.
Well,
listen, Dana not knowing is not Dana's fault.
No.
But I don't know. Max was there. That's all I can say.
That's all I'm saying.
Happy birthday to Max. In the subway, Terry notices a sussy-looking Baka individual dressed in a trench coat and a hat. Terry follows the man into the tunnels and loses him as a train goes by. However, he continues anyway. This guy looks a little familiar. The next morning,
he looks like the neighborhood watch sign.
Yeah, the one that goes like that.
Sure.
The next morning, his mother notices his bed is still made and believes Terry didn't come home. At school, Dana begins to worry for Terry, but believes that Terry must be sick or COVID. Though Dana reminds her she was still worried. Out of the Batcave, Bruce finds he can't contact Terry. Worried that he leaves the Wayne Manor. Meanwhile, Max and Dana talk over the phone and share information that Terry hasn't been home all day, my dude. There is a knock at Max's door, and she finds it's Bruce Wayne. Bruce asks where Terry is. Where is he? And where he was. After obtaining this information, he heads out to look for Max or look for Terry. Max goes after him, and he ignores Bruce's orders to go home. Together, they made it to the subway station. At this point in the episode, where you guys thought Terry was?
Dead.
Damn. Batman wakes up buried underneath rubble, staring up at a young boy who demands to know why Batman's there. Batman explains that he was following someone. He was spotted, then nothing. He asks the boy what he's doing down here. The boy simply says that he's finding Batman the fastest way out. Do we like this little boy here?
To me, he kind of and this might not mean anything to some people in the chat. He looked like Harry Partridge. He looked like a grown man. He had the face of a grown man with like a fat face and a caveman brow. And then later we kind of see he's got like a little muscle to him. I guess 'cause he's running around down here. So he didn't look like as much like a child. Like he didn't look like Terry's brother. What's his name? Big head child annoying. Like he didn't look like him.
Right. Yeah, he's a different looking kid here. Well, his name is Ollie. Ollie notices that there's a sound vibrations being picked up by some tracking equipment and signals to Shriek. He tells Shriek that Batman's still alive. Guys, we got a Shriek episode here. I think he's been in the most Batman episodes, I think, if I have to count. He's been in like at least 4 now, which is nice. Shriek is mad. He dons his suit and attempts to cause another collapse. The tunnels make aiming difficult for him. He still fires it away. Batman and the boy continues to walk on, and Batman notes that the boy wants him out. Sorry, Ollie was the his partner. Excuse me. The boy is still the boy. Batman notes that the boy wants him out pretty bad. Batman then helps that the boy is a runaway. But before they can talk further, Shriek blasts cause another cave-in, trapping the duo in a dead end. Bruce and Max continue to search and are unsuccessful, tries to deter her from going along with them. A group of T's walks by, and Max notices that one of them is wearing Terry's backpack. Bruce and Max follows the T's, and while with Bruce offering to purchase the backpack at any price, however, the T's are sus and drops him. I don't think Bruce can fight. But meanwhile, the boy goes on about how half of the students in the school wants to be Batman, and he's in the other half, preferring to idolize villains. Batman continues to search for a way out and learns that the Gotham's river flows through the tunnels, and the opening of any of the walls could cause a flood. However, the boy indirectly discovers a spot on the wall, and without condensation, he gives out a hollow sound. Believing he may find a way out, Batman sets up some explosives. Before activating the explosives, Batman asks the boy his name, and we learn it to be... Ray, you can say his name.
Dak.
Is Dak. It is short for Darius Arthur Kellman. He then activates the explosives, thereby alerting Shriek and Ollie in his presence. However, unfortunately, when the wall gives, it reveals that there's a support beam behind it. Fortunately, a hole in the roof breaks open, and while it's too small for Batman to fit through, Dak can manage. Dak is surprised that Batman trusts him, but Batman tells him that it's better that only Dak gets out rather than neither of them. Unfortunately, Dak leaves and finds himself confronted by Shriek. Oh man. Elsewhere, Max gets worried, waiting for Bruce, and goes to check on him. Finding the T's are about to beat up Bruce, she gets them up to close enough to her and then sprays them with mace. Have you guys been sprayed with mace?
Why?
You
write these questions down.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. But no, have you guys,
You're asking again.
Let me move on then. I know Walter White did in that one episode. The T's release Bruce and manages to fight off the rest of them. He then interrogates the remaining T and learns where Terry has been the night before. Both Bruce and Max head out to the subway. Do you guys like this duo here? Bruce and Max? They're a good team.
I like both the characters of Bruce and Max, yeah. And then now they're together. And sure, that's fun. Yeah.
Honestly,
I think I called it Dark Knight Returns, but woke.
Sure.
Perfect. Wow.
I don't like the thing he does to her in a minute here.
We're gonna talk about that. Don't think I'm gonna let that slide.
That's a funny move.
Well, back in the tunnels, before we get into that, back in the tunnels, Batman quietly sits and thinks about the next move. Shriek calls out to him and threatens to kill Dak if Batman doesn't show up. Dak claims that Batman can't show up because he's trapped, accidentally revealing that he knows where he is, and Shriek threatens him into showing him where to find him. This is probably the most angry I've seen from Terry here. Do you think?
Other than when his dad died?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, here we go. Max continues to follow after Bruce, in spite of the fact that he tells her he doesn't want her there, man. Not because of his pride, but because of his conscience, man. Because, dude, I'm old. Max still refuses to listen, but the debate is cut off when they notice that a repair crew has cut off the tunnel. Bruce tells Max to sneak into the tunnel while he distracts the workers. However, when Max tries, Bruce points her out, thereby getting the workers after her and giving himself ample time to sneak into the tunnel himself. Sneaky, sneaky Bruce. Do we like it here?
Do we like it? Sells out Max, gets her arrested.
What a narc. Clearly a Dana fan.
Oh,
this is hilarious. What a Batman move! Just to be like, yeah, I'll tell you all this stuff, and then to immediately bounce. Like it was. I like to see Bruce continue to do Bruce stuff. I feel like anytime I hear Max scream, and then Ray did it this episode, is I immediately think of Susie Carmichael screaming in Rugrats because Susie Carmichael's cried so much in that show. So anytime Cree Summers is doing that here, I just hear Susie Carmichael.
Fantastic. Shout out to Rugrats. If those who are listening to right now, if you're not seeing Rugrats, watch it. It's the best show for kids. Dak takes Shriek to the wall covered in condensation and says that he asks where Batman is. Shriek destroys the wall, thereby allowing the river to flow inside and is swept away. Dak tries to escape, but he is too swept away in the flood. Fortunately, the flood further opens the hole and grants Batman a chance to escape. He follows Dak's cries for help and saves him from falling to his death. Unfortunately, Shriek catches up with him and prepares to kill his enemy. Bruce, however, shows up and defeats Shriek. With the ordeal over, Dak heads home and Bruce and Terry talks things over. Bruce explains that he spent most times of the evening with Max, and the two finally came in an understanding. Below, Max is held away by the subway security. Terry finally makes it home and prepares to get much needed sleep, but his mother catches up with him, takes his holding the blanket as a sign that he started making his bed in the morning, and is revealed to know he's coming home at night. Satisfied that all is well, she sends Terry to eat his breakfast. I mean, if your kid is out night, shouldn't you be worried a little bit?
She's busy.
I guess. That's a. If it was my mom, I would.
Well, she also knows that he works late because of
that's true.
Bruce Wayne, and she's under the impression that he does come home now.
That is true. Okay, that's true. If she's used to it now, then that makes sense. Because I was like, this is not a mom. But I get it now. That was it for this episode. Are we giving this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I'll go with you, Daniel.
I would give this one a thumbs up. I think this is a fun little group here. It kind of ends up looking like a potential future Bat family that I don't think we're gonna actually get. But you end up looking at it and you're like, hey, Batman's here. He's new Alfred, but he doesn't do chores. You got new Batman in Terry. You got Batgirl / woman with Max. You got, I guess, Dak can be Robin if he wants. Why not? Then we just got to bring in Zeta to play the Bat computer, and then we got the whole team back together, baby.
That's the Bat family. Well, what about you, Ray? Do you think Max has been very helpful?
I like Max. Don't let my aversion to not shipping her with Terry cloud that. I like Max a lot. She is a lot more a in the chair person. She works behind the scenes. She's not a field person. every other episode we've seen with her where she's gone into the field, she's told Terry never again, don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I like this episode. It was nice when it didn't evolve the little caveman child.
Right.
There's some inconsistency with little Shreckles needing his hearing aids or not. At first, we're shown that he still needs to wear them to hear anything, and then the animation team just forgot to ever put those on him again, and he's just hearing without his helmet on. This is one of the episodes where we've already seen digital animation in this season, but this one and the previous one and the next one are back to hand-drawn traditionally, and it looks rough.
Yeah. That was one of my interesting facts that, they kind of messed up at that part. They should have Shrek having some headphones.
Yeah. It's a fine episode. It's not like super great, but like it's not offensive either. This batch of episodes really is awkward.
It is. It's like it's literally we're ending the season with not bangers. These are excuse me. These are
Whoa.
These are what's another word for banger or the opposite?
Sausage.
These are sausages. So
it's true in the sense of the sausage being just what's left of the animal. Throw it in a casing, wrap it up. That's kind of what all the good episodes have already been done.
Yeah. Well, Skyler, do you think this is a thumbs up?
Yeah, I think this is a fun adventure. I mean, the strength comes from Bruce and Max, as we've already talked about. How the hell did Shriek survive? Wasn't the last time we saw the building falling on him?
Yeah, we did.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
the Terry plot with the little goblin child. He was oddly proportioned, was he not? He was like they just drew a man but smaller. They didn't draw a child. I kept calling him the Bagel Boss. You guys remember the Bagel Boss?
Yeah, he's he's very angry. I don't know why.
So was this kid wanted to be a villain or something.
That's true.
Yeah. You know what makes me sad though is Max being hauled away by security guards. I don't think she's in the next episode. I think that's the last we see of her in season 2.
You're probably right. Yeah, I don't remember her in the next episode.
Despite that, I will give it a thumbs up because this episode was fun, at least.
Yeah, you already know me. I'm already giving this thumbs up because if Bruce is involved, it's a thumbs up. What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, I like this episode. I give it a thumbs up. I think everyone's pretty much said it already, but yeah, I like Terry in this episode. I like pairings we haven't seen before. Characters get to shine that we haven't seen. Very simple, straightforward episode. I dug it.
Good episode. Let's get into the last episode for season 2, and it's called. It's episode 26, Ace in the Hole. And my name's no. What did the Joker say? Ace in the Hole, and my name is Harvey. Anyways, excuse me. I already butchered that line. The episode's called Ace in the Hole. Okay. Terry drives Bruce to the doctor appointment and takes Ace for a walk. While he is waiting, suddenly Ace catches sight of a strange man and becomes wild, chasing after the man who runs and dragging Terry along. Terry's unable to stop him, and Ace rips off his leash and disappears. Is this the pet? Is this a pet owner's worst nightmare?
Your dog running away down a busy city street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's pretty.
I mean,
scary.
It's kind of worse because it's not even his dog; it's his boss's dog.
Oh, that's not good. No. But I mean, you see worst nightmares. I mean, what if Terry's scared of clowns? You know, and he's not. Oh. He's fought a couple already. We've seen that.
Yeah. Well, Bruce confronts Terry, who is baffled as is why Ace chased after the man. Based on his description, Bruce makes a drawing of the man's face and matches against the criminal records. He soon comes up with a match. The name is Ronnie Boxer, who has been arrested before on suspicion of animal cruelty and illegal gambling. He's a promoter of illegal dogfights. Both Bruce and Terry are deeply disgusted. So I was interested on like dogfights, like the news or like some stats. So I got from here.
What do you mean stats?
Like, I mean,
he was trying to figure out which who's the champion dog fighter right now.
Are you looking up dogfight player statistics?
No. I'm looking at. I'll give you the I'll give you the thing. This police operation is called Fight Club. Authorities rescued 207 dogs from dozens of dogs located across North Texas. This was back in February of 2026.
Ooh, I looked it up. Michael Vick did play for the Jets. Ooh.
For 1 year. For 1 year. It's okay.
Doesn't matter. That's your team. That's your boy.
No, not anymore. Just only for 1 year. Come on now.
Michael Vick put out a book. He said, "I'm sorry. It's fine. We let it go."
Unlike OJ.
Yeah, well, he also put out a book.
OJ's book said, "I didn't do it, maybe, but if I did, here's how."
Crazy book. But yeah, I'll say this right now. I've done a lot of I've condemned a lot of things in this rewatch series, so I'll condemn another one. I condemn dogfights and illegal gambling, or gambling in general.
You mean it?
I mean,
you mean it? Pet my dog.
I can't. I can't do that. I sometimes they might bite. I get scared. Sorry. Bruce reports Ace missing to the police and the animal control authorities. Terry wonders that he's not more worried, but Bruce says he's a survivor. Terry reveals that he's got his own scheme for finding Ronnie. He's picked up the names of some of the thugs associated with the dogfights and plans to approach one posing as a kid with a vicious dog he wants to sell. While Terry goes off, Bruce looks at Ace's bone and dish and wonders out loud, "What did they do to you, boy?" In the flashback, Ace's story is told as a puppy. He was sold to Boxer illegally by a corrupt pound attendant, Ozzy. When Ozzy said frankly that Ace didn't look up to fighting, Boxer smiled and said he would make him like a champ. Ace was raised to maturity in Boxer's to the Boxer's home, deprived and tormented to make him as vicious as possible. Don't do that. In his first fight, he was being matched against a much larger beast, which Boxer honestly didn't expect him to survive. However, just before the fight began, the police raided the area and arrested Boxer and his ring. Ace escaped and lived as a stray for a long time. One snowy night, while Bruce was making his regular pilgrimage to Crime Alley, aka where his parents were murdered, he was escorted by a Joker looking to mug him, but Bruce beat him away and told him to be gone. But he turned back. The Joker lunged at him, but Ace appeared and pounced on the Joker. This is not the Joker that we know as like a straight Joker, who tried to beat him off. Bruce angrily gave the Joker another thrashing and sends him packing.
He tried to what?
Yeah, it took. I was gonna let it go, but now that we're here, let's go ahead and talk about. What did you say, Abrar?
I said Bruce was angry, gave the Joker another thrashing, and sends him packing.
No, that wasn't the part. But
you said he tried to beat him off.
Oh. Not like that. Hold on, guys. Okay, you're trying to beat him up. If that's
Thank
better.
you.
That's better. That's better.
So he saw Ace being hurt, and Bruce carried him into his car. Do you guys like this origin story of Ace?
Well, it's told very nicely. But no, it's very sad. I don't like it. I don't like when dogs are sad.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Ray? Do you like dogs to be happy?
Yeah, Ray, do you condone animal cruelty?
Fuck no. I was so sad for Ace. He didn't deserve that.
Yeah, you saw his puppy eyes.
His sad little puppy eyes.
Yeah.
Actually, if we can be honest, his puppy eyes in this were a little creepy. The
No, they were
white dots.
sad.
They
and
were
cute.
sad, and I felt bad for him. But the way they were drawn was a little creepy. He looked like a little demon guy.
Little demon guys can be cute.
Sometimes.
Look, I'm against animal cruelty and human cruelty at that point.
There's some humans I'd be okay with being cruel to.
How
many of them are in this call?
One. And I won't say which one.
Thank you. Because
Shut up, Abrar, to you.
Oh. What do you think, Anthony? Do you want to adopt this puppy?
I wouldn't say no.
All right. In the present, Terry's Sting has led him to Ronnie's hideout, which is empty when he enters as Batman or Bat Dog at this point. He sees what he looks like He sees what looks like a chemistry lab and large containers of serotonin, a growth hormone. Terry is even more revolted. Ace wanders the streets for a while, but is captured by animal control. Unfortunately, he is seen by Boxer's corrupt attendant, who is impressed by the size and strength. He removes Ace's tags and passes him off as a homeless stray before selling him to Ronnie for a high price. At first, Ronnie doesn't recognize his old fighter, but when Ace growls viciously at him, Ronnie puts the pieces together and laughs, saying they must have been meant for each other. Uh-oh. Terry tracks down Ronnie's illegal arena, carved out the belly of the cargo shipment, not the movie, but Ronnie sees him coming and lays a trap. As soon as Terry enters the arena, Ronnie seals the door and introduces him to an early failed experiment. God damn. An unrecognizable beast that may have been a dog, but is now deformed, vicious, and the size of a bull elephant. So when I saw this, I was like, what am I looking at? Thoughts on this creature here? It looks like he's from Resident Evil.
I just hope at the end of the day, this giant mutant dog is rehabilitated into a good boy and somebody takes him home. That's what I hope.
I like that. I like the answer. Let's move on here. Terry tries to calm the beast, but is still rapid. He invades its attacks and impact against the walls of the arena, loosen the locks on Ace's nearby cage. Terry manages to hog tie the beast, and Ronnie decides to shoot Terry with the gun. Ace manages to break free and tackles Ronnie, then chases him after as he runs in panic to the ship's stern. The beast manages to snap its bonds and badly damages Terry's suit. Ace returns and jumps down through a cut hole and in the arena ceiling, biting at the beast just as it was swallowed Terry whole. And shocked, it regurgitates Terry, who takes my back hurts. Who takes advantage of the beast's distraction to hook a grappling rope around it and attach the other end of his suit belt, which he electrocute the beast. How we like Terry's suit here is shredded up.
It tore his suit off like Pyramid Head tears that lady's skin off in the movie.
Look, when I saw that scene in the theater, at the Dollar Theater, I was horrified.
I'm wondering why you were watching. You were like 11 years old at the time.
I was 11. I remember it came out. So a movie came out, and I watched it like a month after. So I watched it in the Dollar Theater, and I was like, "This is horrified." Because when it comes to the nurses, I was like, "This is a little creepy." But when that happened,
we are talking about Batman still.
Sorry. So, again, Silent Hill is always a scary movie for me. Let's get into the end here, guys. When Terry emerges from the arena, he follows Ace to the ship's stern, where Ronnie is dangling off a rail above the churny propellers, yelling for help. Terry and Ace return to Wayne Manor when Ace runs gleefully into the Master's arms, aka Bruce. This was a touchy, heavy episode for at least the season 2 finale. Daniel, are we giving it a thumbs up or a dog down?
Well, when you put dog down out there, it kind of makes me want to pick it. But no, it's definitely, there's a thumbs up. We like this episode. It's a fun one. I like that Ace gets to be a character in this one. He doesn't appear a whole hell of a lot in the show.
No.
Him being basically the main character of this episode, I think, is real good. I like that he gets to take the guy out at the end, that it's not Terry. Terry's too busy fighting fucking Godzuki, the puppy, whoever the fuck that thing is.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, thumbs up. Fun.
What about you, Ray? Do you have pets?
I don't currently have pets, no.
Well, if you had one, would you adopt Ace?
Yeah, absolutely. If I could, I would.
If you had a pet currently, would you adopt another pet if it were Ace?
Yeah. But are you giving a thumbs up, or do you hate this episode?
Okay. I mean, I hate the animal abuse in this episode, but I do think this is a very good episode. There's a point where like you could just tell where all the budget went for the animation of this episode. Like it moves so like fluidly, and like Terry just moves like so quickly as he's like fighting this like Rancor pup. And yeah, I like this episode. I always like when Ace is just in things in general, and so it was nice to get a little spotlight episode on him. And yeah, he's a good boy, and he deserves all the pats, all the rubs, all the bones, and he gets a big old thumbs up for me.
Fantastic. What about you, Skyler? Do you want to dress your dog as Ace for Halloween?
No, I don't want to do that. I've given a lot of, middle of the roads tonight, half-hearted thumbs ups. This one's just getting a full thumbs up. This is the definitive good episode of the batch.
I agree. What about you, Anthony? Is this not fun for you?
No, I would say that this is the best episode of the batch that we watched tonight. I'd give it a thumbs up for sure. Everyone's pretty much already said everything. So yeah, I'll just say that this was the best of the night. So thank you, Ace the Bat Hound.
Fantastic. I was looking at some reviews for this episode online. Someone said it has a childish premise which turns people off and has an unoriginal end fight.
As opposed to the last 5 episodes we've watched.
Yeah. I guess. But yeah, thumbs up for me. You know what it is. And that's it for this episode. We're done with season 2. Next time we hear us, we'll be talking about Batman, but not season 3 yet. We'll get into a break, and then in that break, we're gonna be talking about my favorite movie of all time, my whole 31 years of life. It is The Dark Knight. So stay tuned for that. And for that, Ray, where can they find you?
You can find me pretty much anywhere with the username The Ray Sketches.
Have you been sketching anything recently?
Nope.
I think it's time. Gotta start. You're the sketch.
You should draw Batman.
You can draw Terry McGinnis. You can draw him. You don't have to. You don't. Skyler, what about you? Where can they find you?
Hey, yeah. You can find me on Blue Sky at Skyler 8-Bit, and there's a podcast, but I'm gonna let my buddy Daniel plug that one.
All right, Daniel, give it to me. Where do they want to find you?
You want me to do what to you?
Give
it to him. Beat him off.
Whoa.
Oh.
You can find me and Skyler's podcast Reset Replay on YouTube and Spotify. You can follow that podcast on Twitter at rsr_pod. You can follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at DanielJMCG.
You released a new episode of that game.
Yeah, man.
we sure did. What game was it? I don't remember.
To be honest with you, I don't know when this episode is coming out.
It should come out this week, this Thursday. By the way, I forgot to mention I'm switching my release days for each episode, not on Sundays anymore. I'm releasing it on Thursday morning. So sorry for those confusions. You're like, hey, I got a brand new episode of Brownboywonders. Like, yeah, I should have told my audience before.
Sorry for all those people who now have to wake up on a Thursday morning to listen.
5 a.m. It releases on 5 a.m.
Jesus Christ, set your alarm.
Yeah, the game is called Ace in Empires, something like that.
Oh, Age of Empires.
Age of Empires.
Yeah,
there you go.
You got Ace on the brain.
Thank you.
Willow.
What about you, Anthony?
You can find me at Anthony Lantern on pretty much all social media platforms. I also am on YouTube, Anthony Reviews. We're Anthony Reviews. If you like things like Batman, you might like Batman action figures, and I do have videos about Batman action figures from time to time, so check that out. I have 2 podcasts. One is called The Grud, which I do with my good friend Kirk Beatty, where we talk about movies and movie news. So if you want to hear us agree on things, you want to hear us disagree on things, those things can and will happen if you check out The Grud. I also have a podcast with Ray, who is on this very episode. If you listen to her, share her opinions, and you thought, hey, I want to keep doing that, check out the Couples Collector Club, where Ray and I discuss things like action figures and comic books and regular normal people books, all on the podcast. So check out both of those shows wherever you can find your podcasts at.
Fantastic. Yes, follow us. I'm at Brownboywonders podcast. This is BBW. We got RSR. We got CCC. We got all the letters. So subscribe to us. And until then, we will see you at the next bad time.